Well, good morning, church. My name is Kyle Pitchford, and I'm one of the pastors at Twin Lakes. And so whether you're joining us from Twin Lakes or one of the other churches that are going through the Flawed Follower study, I want to say welcome. I am so glad that you're here watching this video. I don't know about you guys, but this week as we dove into the call of Simon Peter, I felt that it was such an encouraging message for me to remember that, like Simon, a lot of times in life, we can feel like we are not good enough. After Jesus tells Simon to throw the nets in the water, he does, and he catches the fish. Simon is blown away, and he falls down before Jesus, says, "Lord, I'm a sinful man. Get away from me." And Jesus says, "Follow me." Jesus doesn't focus on how good he is or what he offers. By Jesus's grace alone, he calls Peter to follow him. And for you and for me, that should be an encouragement, because the reality is, on our own, apart from Jesus, we are not worthy. But Jesus says we are worth it, that he loves us and he calls us to follow him. I was studying last week in Matthew chapter 5 when Jesus says, "You are the salt of the earth." And I started looking into, what does he mean by salt of the earth? Like, what does that actually entail? And it talks a lot about how we are the flavor of Jesus to the world around us, and how we can be healing to the people around us with the power of the Spirit in us, all of these things. But one thing that stood out to me that I studied was that salt was also valuable in Jesus's day. And so in a sense, Jesus, when he says you are the salt of the earth to his disciples, he's also saying that you are valuable. And I don't know if anyone's ever told you that, but I know sometimes I need to hear that God of all creation, the God of the universe, sees me as valuable. He loves me and he calls me, even though I am flawed. And so I don't know who needed to hear that this morning, but I hope you guys are encouraged to know that we have a God who is faithful and a God who uses anybody's. It's not about what you offer. And so I would encourage you to lean into that relationship with him and see what he has in store for you. Thanks for tuning in this morning, and we hope you enjoy the rest of this Flawed Follower study.